some exciting news, and I'm not gonna exactly share what the news is, but it's something I've been waiting on God to do, and He just did it for me, all because I trusted Him. So this is my tribute to Him, because every time a song is on my heart, I sing it. Because everything that has breath must praise the Lord. So I hope this blesses you the way it blesses me. I don't claim to be a holy roller, but I've been known to roll around on the floor. Laugh out loud. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Holy, holy is He. Hello, my name is Ali, and I'd like to share my testimony with you. Growing up, I had little to no self-esteem, which caused a lot of issues. Some of them would include anorexia, self-harm, suicide attempts, and drugs, to say the least. I also ended up getting in a relationship that caused a lot of my self-esteem to go even lower, because it was a domestic violence dispute, and he tried to kill me, but God had greater plans, and I was able to get out of there and get into a safe home for women. Also, I chose drugs over my children, and so for 3 years I haven't had them. I've had visitation, but I haven't had them, and my mom always told me that if I got my own place that we could start working on getting them back, and so I just got my own place, and I know that was God. God provided it right down the street from my church, and I am getting ready to get unsupervised weekend visits with my children, and after that we'll talk about reunification. So like I said, it's been 3 years, so I'm very grateful for that. What caused me to stop doing dope was I allowed a couple of men to shoot me up. I was manic and just out of my mind and didn't really care. Just, you can call it a suicide attempt, even though that wasn't my intentions, but that's what basically happened. And it took about 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I started having multiple seizures until one day I had 16 in one day, and I was about dead. And so after having that many seizures, I got really, really weak, and I couldn't walk. I couldn't even stand without seizing. I ended up in the hospital for a month, and after a month I went to the nursing home at 37 years old. And we're not even going to go there about the nursing home, but it just wasn't nice, and I see why parents say don't send me to a nursing home. You know, some nursing homes may be nice, but the one that I went to, let's just say it was very demonic. But I was able to get on my knees, and it was just me and God. It was 3.5 hours away. It was me and God, and I was able to tell Him, to deliver me, ask Him to deliver me and to help me, that I wouldn't want to go back to drugs. And I can say that after that I had somewhat of a problem, but I didn't get stuck in it. I got back out of it. I've been clean for a year, and I thank God that only He could do that. I started going to Celebrate Recovery, and I learned a lot of tools that I needed, and it really helped me in my recovery, not just for drugs, but for all the other issues that I have. And I would like to say that I'm very grateful that me and my mother's relationship has been restored. The devil had me thinking that she just took my kids, but because I was on dope and I was way out there, that I called my mother and told her that I wouldn't be back for a few days, didn't know when I'd be back, and to take the kids. Now, I don't remember this because I was so far out there, but I thank God, and after I heard that, it broke my heart, and I was able to ask for my mother's forgiveness, and she forgave me right away. And restoration is happening more and more, and I just thank God for it, and I thank God for His miracle working power. Also, I was supposed to be getting my gas turned on, but come to find out the gas bill was too high, and I called one place and they said they wasn't going to be able to help me. And before I went in there, I prayed, God, let your will be done. And afterwards, I just thanked Him. I thanked them, and I thanked God, and I just walked to the car and I said, God, you know what you're doing. And it wasn't about 2 hours later that the lady called back and said, we decided to pledge $300 to your gas account, to your gas bill. Usually we don't do these things, but we're doing it because you were so grateful and you said thank you and you had a good attitude about it. And we talked to my boss and went through Oklahoma City and got everything taken care of, and we're going to pledge the money to your account. It'll be on there in an hour. Yes, I have more to go, but I know that God's going to provide all the money that I need because He's provided thus far. Sorry for being so emotional, but when I talk about my God, it brings tears to my eyes of gratefulness. So I thank you for letting me share, and you have a blessed day. Goodbye.
And I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. No matter what I'm going through. Come on, let's trust Him. Come on, let's trust Him. Come on, let's trust Him. Let's trust